So this is going to be a short video, just fitting the Union Jack LCI tail lights, which is these ones on my current car, and they are going to be going, excuse how dirty it is, onto my fiance's car. Currently she's got the normal tail lights. It is a 16 plate, so it's pre-LCI. And she also has the LED headlights, which does help matters massively. My god, that car needs a clean though. But yeah, so I've already unlocked the car, so just pop that down. First job is going to be popping the chrome off each side. Will then be a couple of screws to undo. Off the top of my head, from when I've changed mine, I can't remember what size screws they are, but I will obviously when I get there let you know. Just checking, because I need to get behind the light, just checking whether I can actually get in there. Yes, I can. It's a slightly different position on the convertible, but so if you are doing this on a convertible, there's a little there, you can just see it, and that should pop up by the looks of it. I'll be able to get in behind the light. Might be able to do it from the outside. It's just when I come to actually removing the light that I should need to be in there. They don't seem like they want to lift up. I don't particularly want to force it because that'll get me in trouble. But yeah, so let's crack on and get these chrome covers off. Right, and there we go. So I've just literally used the screwdriver and the cloth. If you've got the proper pry tools, it'll be ideal. You've got a clip there, one there, and then you can see them all as you go around. Some of them do take a little bit of persuasion to come off, but as long as you persevere and you're gentle but not too gentle, then you'll manage. So next up, there's the screws. Got 1, 2, 3, and they are Torx. So I'll go and get the correct Torx kit for them. Right, so Torx keys. It looks like it's going to be a T25. It's not. It's going to be a T20. Yep, T20. It's in there. 1 second, I'll take these screws out. So 3 screws out, and see the light is loose. I've got all of this as well, comes with it. Right, so all I've done, pulled trim up and just pushed that back. That's the back of the light. I've unplugged that right in the middle there, which is the electrics for the light, and all I need to do is there are 2 little tabs on the back of the light. You just got to push in, and that will allow you just to pop this light out. So that's definitely going to be a two-handed job, so again, just bear with me a moment. Right, so I've pushed this side from inside and just put my fingers in, pulled, it popped, and then all I've done is the same again, just in this bottom corner, done the same again, and that's released the light. out she comes. And that's the two clips there. Obviously this is the plug where the loom plugs into. So one down, one to go. Right, so it took a little bit of a jiggle. There's the light. Right, so new Union Jack genuine mini tail lights, and there's the old ones. So I want to try. Turn these over. There is a similarity, but there was also a bit of a difference. Obviously it's the same plug, but where they're held in slightly different, so you need to make sure that the 3 screws do go in fully and correctly. So first of all, just going to clean this up around the lights here, and then I'll get those ones in, and then it'll just be a case of doing the cording on them. Right, so I've just literally plugged that in and just sat it there purely now to check that it all works. So hazard lights and lights. That looks alright to me. So I can knock them off again. Right, so the lights are back on. Indicator works. I've pressed the rear fog, but it's not in there. That one looks fine to me. And when you're doing this, you will get this warning. About brake light fault. Purely because of the way the car's set up. These are LED indicators and everything, whereas these ones are more conventional halogen. So different voltages is the way I understand it. That means that the car thinks that the bulb has an issue, which is why it flags up on the dash. If you've got bin code, you can recode it to tell the car that it is LEDs, and it'll adjust itself for that voltage. If you've got Carly, I'm not sure if you can do it that way, in which case you would just have to turn the voltage monitoring off, which I'm sure is what I did on my car. I mean, they are LEDs, so it's not like it's a major issue. But on these genuine mini ones, this is your brake light, obviously indicator, and that's the actual light itself. That is fully lit. I'm happy with that. So let's get them screwed on and get it all finished off. Right, so when you push them in, there is a slightly different fitting. As I say, you've just got to come in a little bit lower. It will slot in quite happily, and then if you push, it'll click into place. 3 bolts back in. Both sides lights are secure. So done with the Torx key. It's now just a case of tidying everything up. So I'll put the trim back in, and I'll get the original light covers back on the car, and then we'll go and do the coding. Okay, so there we go. Chrome back on, lights are in, secure, all plugged in. While I'm mentioning the hatchback, which is obviously what mine is. Quickly just give you a look at what I mean. So the lights would obviously come off on the hatchback. We'll just pop that off and have a look in there. That's the back of the light, so you can just pop your arm in there. Makes life so much easier. And then you've got one on the passenger side as well to do that one. So just thought I would mention that just as I was here. Squeaky mirrors. Right, so just pop everything back down. I'll leave the lights in the boot for now. We're not going anywhere today. I can take them in once I'm finished with this video. So her keys are in the car. Wonderful. Right, so as I mentioned before, now when you start the car, I'll just knock the music off because no doubt YouTube won't like the fact that I'm playing somebody else's music, even though it is on the radio. So you'll get a warning. You heard it beeping twice, and there we go. So brake light left, brake light right. And like I said, to my knowledge, it's purely based on the car's not getting the expected voltage at the light, so it thinks that there's a problem. It's purely because these are LED lights and the old ones were, I believe, halogens. I may be wrong. If I am, obviously feel free to correct me in the comments below. So I'm now going to swap onto my phone screen. I'll open up Carly, which I have plugged in, and we will do the coding. So we have Carly on. The car itself is just engine off but ignition on. Notch 2 if you had like a normal non-keyless, you know what I mean. Right, so obviously I've got Carly open here. I've skipped the boring part where I'm just loading it up because it takes ages to load. So we want BDC, second from the top. I have just had it open, so it should be quite quick. Yours will obviously need time to load. We're going to read that from the car and just let it do its thing. Like I say, if you are using BIMA codes, I don't have it, I don't use it, so I can't give you any guidance or advice on where you need to go with that, but the forums are absolutely golden for information like that. If you go on to Facebook, F57 UK Owners Club or Group, I'm a member on there, and there are a multitude of people with the BIMA code, and they're always willing to offer some help. So just scroll through. And all the voltage monitoring will be at the bottom when we get down there. Right, so there we go. Low beams, turn signals rear left. Some of it's already off for some reason. The message I'm getting up is for the brake lights, so I'm just scrolling through looking for those. Brake lights left, off. Consequently scroll all the way back down. Brake lights left, off. And again all the way back down. It's only issue with using Carly. See, it's got the two alternative ones there. And I've got a feeling they may be ones for when I tell it that it's LED lights. I will need to look at that first. Just for now though, turn it off completely. So brake lights, rear warning off. And there should be brake lights right. There we go, brake lights off. Scroll all the way through, it was around here. Brake lights off, cord. And what I always do when I'm doing cording like this, just start the car. Okay. Carly will then do its thing. I can tell you now the warning's gone off on the dash, just on the bit in front of the driver. So while that's busy finishing off, I'm just going to quickly check vehicle information status, check control, no faults. So that's all done. Coding successful. So personally, switch everything off, open the driver's door just to make sure everything is right. So like I said, when I was busy coding, there was the yellow triangle just in here which you will get. That obviously went off halfway through the coding. Vehicle information, vehicle status, no faults. Let's put hazard on, in fact. Headlights. And if I just knock the engine off, I should be able to pop it in reverse. Camera's on. And let's just double check that. Lights are on, reverse lights are on. See the indicator flashing. You can hear the parking sensors actually. And number plate lights are on. Let's just double check. Oh, shut up car. And obviously you've got the lights on the front. So yeah, that's how you would do it. And set them back to auto. So yeah, that is how you would do that. Any questions, feel free just to leave a comment. And if you've liked this video, if you found it interesting, obviously leave a thumbs up. I don't really do a lot of videos, but if I do get a number of subscribers, I might start doing a few more. I do have the other videos about the Resonator Delete, which is obviously on my JCW there. So if you're interested in seeing what a Resonator Delete is like on the John Cooper Works, then have a look at that.